your arms back. Your arms behind you. Are you already recording?
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna take some funny clips from that. What is up, YouTube? Today, Ron and I are going to be making pho for the very first time. We both tried it and we liked it, so we are going to try to make it at home. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notifications bell to be notified every time I post a new video. So without further ado, let's get into the pho. Okay, so I'm just going to start with chopping everything up and preparing everything for the dish. In this cheesecloth, I have 1 cinnamon stick, 2 whole cloves, and 2 star anise roots. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie this up. And I'm using some twine to tie this up. And to this pot of hot water, I'm going to add some of this beef base. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. And I'm actually going to add about a tablespoon more just because in the recipe he was using a smaller pan. While the broth is coming to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and chop up this onion, and I'm going to use half of it for the stock and the other half for garnishments. Now that this has come to a boil, Ron is going to go ahead and add in the next ingredients. A tablespoon of salt, about a tablespoon and a half. A tablespoon and a half of sugar, roughly 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, half of an onion chopped, and some sliced ginger root. Now I'm going to add in my cheesecloth of spices. I'm going to give this a good stir. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes. So the recipe calls for beef, but you're supposed to put it in raw, and I'm not entirely comfortable with that, so I'm actually going to cook it in this smaller Dutch oven before putting it into the broth. So I'm just going to put this on medium heat, and also I lowered the broth to simmer at medium heat instead of high heat. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. And I purchased the really thin steak, so I'm actually going to just cut it up into little pieces. in this third pot back here, I have set some water to boil. So that third pot is to cook my rice noodles in, and these are the rice noodles that I bought. So while the steak is cooking, the broth is simmering, and the water is coming to a boil for the rice noodles, I'm actually going to finish preparing the garnishments. I'm going to chop up this other onion half into really thin slices. I'm going to open these bean sprouts. And then I'm going to put these two sauces into containers. So the first sauce is the sriracha. I didn't cut up the whole onion because I honestly think that that's enough. And then I just put 1 can of bean sprouts in a Tupperware bowl. And then I actually decided to keep the 2 dipping sauces in their containers just because I feel like people can help themselves if they want to use the dipping sauces. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes. So I'm going to take the lid off of the broth. And I'm going to take the cheesecloth out. And now I'm just going to go ahead and take out the aromatics. Okay, so for the rice noodles, it said just to put the rice noodles in like a noodle basket, but I don't have a noodle basket, so I'm just using a strainer, and dip it in the water for 10 to 20 seconds. Then I'm going to add some beef. And some broth. I'm not sure where our ladle's at, and I really don't feel like finding it, so I'm just using this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some toppings.
Okay, take 2.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up below, subscribe, ring the bell, you know the drill, and share with your friends. Oh my god, it tastes so good.